A guy decided to give himself a thrill in Florida and ended up getting a lot more adrenaline than he bargained for.
Oh, he got me. Thought we were boys, man. You are.
Wow, that was a close call for the surfer. Demolishing the silo tower with a trusty old wrecking ball.
So not sure what's going on here, whether it's giving birth or it's dead or... It is massive, this thing. Remora's down there. Oh, it's alive. Hello. Hello. Hey. Oh, I got him. Holy.
Wow.
He's alive. I don't know what it was doing. I don't know.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Sip ko na. Okay.
Что там варят? Что это, в планету идет куда-то? А, його, что-то там не то.
The operator filming this collapse must have nerves of steel. Life can be harsh for dock workers in Brazil. Moving from one vessel to another in these conditions takes real courage, but we must commend the skill of the boat pilots. A black rhino is waking up from anesthesia in Kenya. The important thing is to steer clear of its 2-ton body when it regains consciousness. The most humiliating way to fail a flight school mission. Shark cage diving is a thrilling activity that can be quite controversial and isn't for the faint of heart. It allows people to see these formidable predators up close in their natural environment. On the flip side, some critics claim that this practice disturbs the shark's natural behavior and encourages them to view humans as a food source, particularly since bait is commonly used. Either way, the cages need to be extremely sturdy. In one notable incident in Mexico, a gigantic great white shark managed to break a metal cage and came dangerously close to biting a tourist. The final moments of an ancient bridge in China. It looks like an oil rig will be set up here very soon. More and more dogs have been spotted on the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, where they used to live only at the base. This mysterious phenomenon raises the question, are they preparing for an impending flood?
Очень опасно и нехорошо. Там дна нет.
Stumbling upon a fresh sinkhole several dozen meters deep is truly shocking, especially since it's likely to expand further.
Там дна нет. Метров 30, да, 40. Это страх, что творится.
In a curious contradiction of the modern era, humanity is reaching for the stars, while in certain regions, coal mining remains unchanged from its centuries-old practices. Even Formula One drivers sometimes run late for work. Amazingly, underwater welding has been around since the 1930s. During welding, water evaporates intensely, and a stable arc is created at the tip of a special electrode, enabling efficient underwater repairs. Incredible synchronization.
Your ball right there? Bro, fucking back.
Ray, back up, dude.
Oh,
What the? Play it where it lies.
It's clear who's winning this game. A minor conflict in the South China Sea. Sometimes, even in a tranquil ocean, single waves of abnormal height and steepness can emerge, putting the skills of the ship's navigator to the test. The argan tree plays a vital role in North Africa. Its fruits are consumed, and oil is derived from its seeds. The local goats love the leaves and fruits so much that they even climb the trees to get them. Sometimes we all need to just kick back in front of the TV after a long day.
Congratulations. Hooray! Now, let us lick the egg.
Oh my god.
A muchas, pero mira lo que estamos viendo ahí. Es Batman, el caballero de la noche. A ver.
If you haven't heard much about Batman lately, don't worry. He's on a work trip to South America and even made it onto local TV.
A ver, llega en la moto. Me dicen por ahí que le da la mano a los portisol y ya se va a retirar usted de aquí.
Cari, pero que nos muestre la moto.
Y a las calles de Lima.
Que nos
Pero
muestre la
cuéntanos,
moto.
te movilizas en eso. ¿Cómo se llama tu...?
Es la Batimoto.
Bueno, tiene información reservada, no nos quiere decir si es policía, no nos quiere decir de su moto,
Cari.
pero lo que nos comenta es que está dando la seguridad. Pedro.
Pero lo cierto es que entra y sale de la zona reservada donde están los policías. A ver si lo convences para que dé una entrevista más extensa. Te vamos a dejar.
These workers have to handle red-hot metal every day. It's demanding work that requires constant focus.
It gives us one of the more fascinating clock reactions that we can make today. It actually has 3 color phases. You see the yellow there, then you're going to begin to see the blue, and then it goes colorless. Unlike the first clock reaction, 2 colors, it stops, it's over. This one oscillates, it cycles between the 3 different phases. Notice it's oscillating.
I'm getting this in. That was close. I'm getting this in.
Cyclists can startle anyone. The Watusi is a breed of cattle native to Africa, known for its distinctive horns.
Dios mío, ¿cómo es posible este suceso? Tapa la pantalla, causa, qué abuso. Santo Dios, muñequita.
Oye, a ver, necesitamos que nos saques de un video. Mira. No manches.
Exploring the modern Atlantis.
Oh my.
right. It's raining on one side of the street.
When they showed a precise boundary for the rain in the weather forecast.
On this side it's dry.
This guy doesn't need a costume for Halloween. The car's owner will have a hard time explaining why he was late to work.
This is a witchcraft of the highest order. You can see, nobody can open the car. Nobody knows the owner of the car.
The students built an air cannon from materials they had on hand.
No, I don't think.
Ages ago. Ages ago. Yep. Cash.
Watching the giant Airbus A380 lift off in low visibility, what a powerful scene. They say many people drop to their knees and cry out of fear as soon as they step onto this bridge. Would you dare to take a walk there? If robots can open a beer this well, then the future's definitely upon us. Now you see the purpose of having nails like these.
And then the different colored ice just reflects the different density of it. The more white it is, the more aerated it is, and it reflects and scatters all the white particles. The more dense it is, it absorbs the red and the green wavelength. And we just are left with those beautiful blues.
They going?
The only thing left is to train this stepladder to follow commands and return to its garage every time.
Et 2 et 3 et 4 et 5 et 6 et 7 et 8 et 1 et 2 et 3 et 4 et 5 et 6 et 7 et 8 et 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 et 6 et 7 et 8 et 1 et 2 et 3 et 4 et 5 et 6 et 7 et 8.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's still out. Oh my god.
Run, Pickles, run! Pickles!
He's like,
run, Pickles!
Oh my god, Abraham, thank you so much.
His name is Pickles.
Oh, right there.
Go, Pickles, go!
Nusa Penida Island in Indonesia is famous for its powerful tides. While the scenery is breathtaking, it can be risky, so tourists are advised to stay close to their guides. The Curtis C-46 Commando now rests at the bottom of the Caribbean Sea off the coast of Norman's Cay, 340 kilometers from Florida, but it once belonged to Pablo Escobar. A guy riding a hippo blocked traffic on a city street. It sounds like a scene from Jumanji, but it was a real call that UK police had to respond to. Luckily, the offender wasn't aggressive and allowed the officers to move it onto the sidewalk. These birds are making their intercontinental journey from Europe to Africa, embodying geometric symmetry and balance. It's awesome that they still shoot some things without a green screen.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
think it's time to. Do you want to go out the toilet, please?
Shall we just have the outside, shall we?
Yeah, maybe. Out you get.
A clever costume with a bit of historical flair. Feels like the entire school has gone on a field trip. He'll leave a negative review, particularly about the rude staff.
E água, piscina. Ei, Lã, velho. Olha, você fica em pé. Bora. Ei, Lã, de boba você não tem nada, né? Hã?
Ladybugs have the ability to secrete a special bodily fluid called hemolymph when they're stressed. It helps them protect themselves against predators. However, it's unclear why this particular ladybug is drawing strange lines on the door with it.
But there's gotta be some explanation. Help.
Unless you have scuba gear, it's best to get off at the next station. He decided to save on a tow truck. Hello, everyone.
Better get your phone ready, sis. You don't have it.
A couple decided to reveal their baby's gender in a rather unusual way. Here's hoping the little one inherits mum's brains.
One.
Oh my God!
From his scream, you can't tell whether he was scared or having a great time.
Are you okay? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw it.
Oh, that's a big Garfield. Do you need help? Do you need help? This is so good. Happy Halloween.
She was just mixing different pool chemicals. I hope she's learned this chemistry lesson.
Say hi, Kikis. Like we're retarded. All right, buddy, look. Look at this big old thing of candy. Yeah, look at the cat. Hi, Kikis. All right, let's go. Get your candy. All right. Okay, I'm going to get you candy for you. All right, let's boogie. Let's boogie. Keep on moving. Say bye, Kikis. Bye, Kikis. All right, buddy, let's go. Come on. Come on.
My name's Robbie. You guys drove the short straw today. I'm your video boater, going downstream, getting all the action today. And I tell you what, we've got a lot of action for you today.
Espera, cara. What the
The poor guy got so nervous during the final exam that he decided to voice the feelings of all the graduating students.
Don't move it, so she freaks out on the game. No, go for the guy first. Knife him first. Hit him first. Hit him. Oh, Jesus! Go slow! What are you doing?
Oh, that does not sound good.
Hey, somebody go! Hey!
Проходите. Оппонент желает вам уютного вечера.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus. And I wanted to say that I'm really excited for the LAX tour, and thank you so much for sending me all those
LAX merchandise. It was so cool to see all of it.
The seagull waited patiently for them to finally get distracted. The updates from the world of superheroes. The boy was stunned when he spotted a bear just a couple of meters away. But thankfully, a caring guy was right there with him. Laugh all you want, but he won the costume contest. At first glance, it seems like a regular day on the farm, but it's actually an avant-garde performance. It looks like that ball just scored a goal. It's been a while since we had our How to Impress a Girl segment. Watch and learn. This is a perfect example of unwavering optimism.
É mesmo, dá logo.
Oh, sh! Oh, sh!
The walk of a man whose wife is about to say, "I told you we should have called a professional."
Putain, non, merde. Oh, quel con, pas pouvoir jouer les gars.
C'est à quoi ça, gros?
J'adore quand tu fais ça. Classe pour les vaches.
Oui, il a raison en plus, c'est con. Mais non,
oui, c'est vrai. Parce qu'elles aiment pas les sabots, genre elles vont avoir peur et elles vont tirer en arrière.
Ah, comme ça, mon pas à droite.
Cracher là, mais du coup, non, c'est une mauvaise idée.
Ouais.
Ça y est, mon frère a craché. Il a, oh gros, il a le chien.
Moi, gros, je l'ai envie de... Ça va?
Gros, je me suis cassé le cul.
In that instant, the receipt for her purchase flashed in front of her eyes.
هيا روح روح هيا روح 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 فوالا روح 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 اكسلها روح روح جيب تاعك هيا جيب جيب تاعك روح 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 اروح منا روح 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 منا رالونتي رالونتي شويه روح رالونتي هاي روح روح جيب تاعك جيب تاعك منا
Melayu grip. Melayu grip. Melayu grip. Kacau. Mantap. Gendeng. Bajingan.
Establishing a bond with nature is really helpful, but can be tough to let go of that bond afterward. Now, I really want to know what was in the bag. in a horror film and he'd barely survive the opening scene.
Jari? Hij is gevallen. Gaat het?
We go in the bathroom there! Go in the bathroom there!
We out here.
The most cartoonish fall you've ever seen in your life.
هو نحل البعض هو $3
Oh, bingo, I got action. Slip and fall. Oh, pimp down, pimp.
Saving money on bowling shoes doesn't sound like a good idea anymore, does it?
Oh, period. Yes.
He sits there like that was the plan all along.
That's what holds you weight.
Oh! Judge Junior, help me, fool.
The ultimate sales trick. Swear to buy the product and they'll set you free.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Kom, Steven! Ik ga ook weg! Oh!
¿Sabe qué? Acá la municipalidad haciéndose cargo de las mancanas que hace uno.
The career assessment test is complete. The kid's going to be a designer. Didn't drop a thing. Well done.
Merry Christmas!
Spaco, Bushou, vai é bruto. Mamma mia.
While some people struggle with parallel parking, others manage to park their cars like this.
Базара нет. Интересно, да?
Да.
Как он залетел?
Это 80?
Да, 80-ка.
Вообще, как он там?
Every time you feel like flexing your culinary skills.
No, not there. Holly, to the toilet.
A rare case when cameramen actually got hurt.
My grandma told me to add some detergent to the washer, so I'm gonna just do it.
He's just asking to move over a little so he can be in the picture as well. If you love coffee and good serving, you might want to look away now.
Muchas gracias.
Nè có cậu Hương đó mừng.
That bang knocked all the fear right out of me.
Why did you not chuck him?
Oh no.
You have to clean that. Is he there? Is that him? Oh my god. Ew.
开始了。
He wanted to impress his friends, and no one can say he didn't. I have some friends who'd still miss this serve. Women are fragile, they said. I bet that at home she asks her husband to open a bottle of water for her. Hello everyone. One might think that flooding would be a good reason to halt train operations, but that's not the case. This crew of engineers in Argentina didn't even slow down while passing through the flooded area. The locomotive engineer failed to switch tracks on the historic Strasburg Railroad in Pennsylvania. In 2024, a freight train derailment paralyzed life in the city of Sonora, California.
Oh great, now I got in my car.
On the morning of January the 20th, shocked drivers watched as several tank cars went off the rails and rolled onto a busy intersection, damaging the road and 5 vehicles. Fortunately, the propane tanks were empty, so the dangerous situation didn't escalate into a catastrophe. According to a spokesperson for the transport company, the derailment was due to soft, saturated soil that compromised the stability of the tracks. However, in this case, the train was carrying grain.
I said one wheel was off the track.
During the rainy season, Indian trains turn into water transport. In just one night of intense frost, a thick crust of snow and ice built up on the locomotive. For engineers, the top rule in such extreme cold is to keep the engine running at all costs. There was a short circuit at a station in India, where electric wires for trains can carry up to 27,500 volts. Even standing a few meters away from these lines could result in burns, but thankfully, no one came close enough. This is how the city authorities have realized it's time to repair the tram tracks. Careless parking near railway tracks can lead to fatal consequences, and here is the proof.
Aquí Notisistema informando. Hasta aquí mi reporte, Joaquín. Dice el tren que le vale verga.
In 2018, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania saw its biggest train accident in years when 7 freight cars derailed within the city. The situation was complicated by the fact that the train was crossing over an automotive tunnel, causing the cars to roll off and drop from above. Fortunately, the cars were only carrying dog food and mouthwash, not hazardous materials.
The railroad has said in the past.
Investigators found that the engineer had done nothing wrong, operating the train within the permitted 30km/h speed limit. The cause of the accident was ultimately determined to be a broken or cracked rail. The transportation company estimated the damages from the incident at around $800,000. Seeing a collision through the eyes of a train engineer. Bridge accidents are always especially dangerous. Luckily, after the train derailed at the interchange in Kansas City, the engineers managed to respond promptly. While the accident didn't result in any falls or significant damage to the bridge, the engineers had to work hard to remove the damaged cars from such a height. A fire that broke out in an industrial building in Richmond, Canada, spread to an old decommissioned railway trestle. The wooden bridge, treated with creosote, a wood preservative, produced thick plumes of black smoke that stretched for kilometers and significantly degraded air quality. Firefighters worked throughout the night to extinguish this unusual blaze. An unusual incident was captured on video in Houston, Texas. One of the cars from an extremely long, empty train derailed for some unknown reason. Remarkably, this didn't seem to affect the overall movement of the train for a while. However, the situation became critical at a level crossing when vibrations caused a wheel set to break loose from the derailed car. In June 2022, a devastating train derailment occurred in the small town of Shiner, Texas. A freight train carrying open coal cars went off the tracks near the town's main intersection, spilling its cargo onto the roadway.
When did it happen?
Fortunately, the flying debris from the cars didn't harm any people or vehicles, but it did cause significant damage to the road infrastructure and knocked down power lines. Most importantly, the accident blocked traffic in that area for nearly a day.
They got a rotary coupler where the
Coupler detachment is one of the most common incidents on railways, primarily caused by faulty automatic couplers. Transporting rails is a complex process that calls for strict safety measures. In this case, the workers attempted an unloading maneuver by synchronizing multiple forklifts, a complicated plan where too much could go wrong. The result was a unique accident. The rail car derailed while parked. In the end, it caused an unusual accident. A parked rail car came off the tracks. This video was filmed in Moore, Oklahoma. It's alarming when heavy train cars unexpectedly go off the rails just a few meters away from your vehicle. It's best to get away from the crash site as soon as you can. Panic leads to the worst possible decisions. Luckily, the train hadn't picked up full speed yet. Snowfall in southern Britain is an unusual event, typically causing major disruptions in transportation. Fortunately, that's not the case here. The sparks are simply a result of higher heat dissipation on the rails. Don't forget that trains can't maneuver like other vehicles. Oil residues tend to build up over time in a locomotive's exhaust system. When the diesel engine ramps up its power, these residues catch fire and burn within the exhaust pipes, resulting in an impressive sight. You can even drift on the train tracks. A delightful surprise for all train enthusiasts. 15 freight train cars derailed in White Marsh, Pennsylvania. As often happens in such cases, nearby residents were evacuated, especially since the cargo included liquid fertilizers and tetrachloroethylene, a degreasing chemical. Although no hazardous substances leaked this time, incidents like this always pose an environmental risk.
To the tracks and surrounding area. Now the NTSB and Federal Railroad Administration are investigating the cause, supervising cleanup, and will ultimately clear the tracks for use.
Norway's railway snowplow in action, a spectacular sight. Lizibus Station is one of the most famous train stations in the world, located right within a 19-story building as part of the Chongqing Metro in China. The building, owned by the metro system, houses numerous offices. This unusual design isn't a whim of architects, it's a solution to the area's challenging terrain, which required the monorail to navigate steep elevation changes.
谢谢大家。刚刚有家人在问你是胖墩墩吗？是的，胖墩墩呢也是重庆博瑞。
In Thailand's Samut Songkhram province, the Mae Klong market draws thousands of visitors for its incredible, one-of-a-kind atmosphere. This vibrant market is set up right on an active railway line. 8 times a day, a passenger train rolls through, creating a live spectacle. Vendors quickly fold up their canopies and skillfully move their baskets and crates to precise spots, just inches out of the train's path. As the train crawls through, it passes mere centimeters from the colorful produce, fruits, and diverse goods lining the tracks. This custom developed over the years. When the railway was first built in the early 1900s, local vendors refused to move, and this remarkable practice became a tradition. Sparks under trams are caused by a weakened connection between the wheels and the tracks. This often happens due to rain or fallen leaves. All train cars in the US have a lifespan of 50 years. After that, they take their final journey before being retired as scrap metal. This is what the last leg of that journey looks like.
That's all.
A train arrives at a snow-covered remote station in the Scottish Highlands, a stunning sight. The Federal Railroad Administration of the United States is responsible for ensuring safety in rail transport. This includes experimental work, such as conducting crash tests to improve standards and regulations for rail operations. For the average person, these collisions vividly illustrate the tremendous amount of energy train operators must handle. The Harz Mountains are a popular tourist destination in Germany, where you can enjoy a ride on an authentic narrow-gauge railway built over a century ago. But even on such an idyllic route, mishaps can happen. Thankfully, in this case, it only led to a few minor scrapes. Diesel engines are rugged relics from the industrial era. Just starting one up is like watching a mini volcanic eruption. Once it breaks loose, a rail car can accelerate rapidly thanks to inertia, speeding along the tracks like a meteor. Typically, open cars have special drainage holes, but this time the car turned into a pool on wheels. Hello everyone! Transport logistics is an incredibly complex and fascinating industry, full of extraordinary events. Today we'll explore daring crossings, grueling challenges for long-haul drivers, and some downright unusual cargo. Let's get it on. The world's largest excavator, the Komatsu PC8000, weighs an impressive 768 tons and is off for work. This colossal machinery is transported to mining sites in disassembled parts. But there comes a time when the fully assembled vehicle needs to be moved. Even the strongest tractors look tiny next to this giant, which stands 10 meters tall. Its bucket has a capacity of 42 cubic meters, allowing it to lift around 100 tons of material in a single scoop. Winter doesn't mean that transportation, including heavy vehicles, comes to a halt. This video was filmed in Edmonton, the capital of Alberta, Canada. A convoy of trucks is transporting a 96-meter separator to a construction site for a petrochemical complex. Weighing about 800 tons, this piece of equipment is being carried on 2 platforms, each equipped with 26 axles. The column stretched out for 179 meters along the highway and took 3 days to complete its journey. Blue marlin is named after the large Atlantic fish for a reason. This heavy lift ship was designed for a specific purpose, transporting drilling rigs for the gas and oil industry. Such equipment is quite large, and the Blue Marlin is perfectly suited for the job. Built by Dutch shipbuilders, it measures 217 meters in length and 42 meters in width, with a cargo capacity of 56,000 tons. Even though it's primarily designed for drilling rigs, the semi-submersible ship can handle other cargo as well. For example, the US Navy used it to evacuate the damaged USS Cole from the Arabian Sea to the port of Pascagoula in the Gulf of Mexico. In 2006, Blue Marlin also carried a large marine radar to Alaska. This video was filmed in the Northern Territory of Australia, where a road train speeds across a crossing during a river flood. The river's called East Alligator, and the name's quite fitting. It's teeming with predatory reptiles that love to hunt at this crossing. The lack of infrastructure sparks creativity. In the mountainous regions of India, where reliable bridges are scarce, people often resort to using suspension bridges, even for heavy transport. In 2012, the Endeavour space shuttle embarked on an unusual journey. Not through outer space, but across the streets of Los Angeles. During its career as a space pioneer from May 1992 to June 2011, the shuttle completed 25 missions, covering a total distance of 198 million kilometers. On June 1, 2011, Endeavour made its final landing at the Kennedy Space Center after a mission to assemble the International Space Station. Following this, the Veteran shuttle was put on display at the California Science Center. The last leg of its journey, a 19-kilometer stretch from the airport, was completed on a self-propelled platform, moving at a speed of 3 kilometers per hour. During this time, thousands of residents came out to pay their respects to the legendary shuttle.
Wow, it's so cool.
In Germany, an extremely complex yet visually captivating transport operation has been successfully carried out. The U-17 submarine belongs to the Type 206 class, a series of German diesel-electric submarines developed in the 1970s. Measuring about 50 meters in length and designed to accommodate a crew of 22 sailors, these submarines have submerged a displacement of 500 tons. During its 35 years of service, the U-17 spent much of its time in the North and Baltic Seas, but it also ventured into the Mediterranean and even sailed in US waters. In the early 2010s, the German government made the decision to decommission submarines from this series to cut down on fleet maintenance and repair costs. Most of the submarines were scrapped, but the U-17 attracted the attention of the Technology Museum in Sinsheim. The transport of such a massive vessel turned into an epic undertaking. Sailing was impossible, since Baden-Württemberg doesn't have any deep enough rivers. Eventually, the U-17 was first transported by pontoon and later by a customized truck. The journey from the Baltic Sea to the museum in Sinsheim took an entire month and cost around $2 million. They had to close highways and wait for nighttime traffic. The narrow streets posed a real challenge, requiring precise calculations for every turn. Chinese manufacturers crafted the world's largest seamless stainless steel blank for a nuclear power station currently under construction. The ring weighs 150 tons and has a diameter of 15.6 meters. Transporting this exceptional piece was an adventure in itself. The transport platform boasted 106 wheels and was wide enough to cover 4 lanes of traffic. To prevent any accidents with road signs, one wheel was positioned at a height exceeding 3 meters. Even so, workers had to temporarily dismantle certain road elements to ensure the oversized load could make it through all the turns. This is what happens when the quest for optimal transportation efficiency goes too far. With a makeshift upgrade, the truck's capacity has increased nearly 3-fold. Unfortunately, no one seems to have considered how safe it is to operate these snails. Moving a large wind turbine blade is a job that requires the expertise of highly skilled professionals. It's not just about choosing the right trailer. Coordinated communication with the dispatcher is essential to guide the driver through tight corners and difficult sections. Wind turbine technology is progressing towards bigger sizes, with tower heights now reaching as much as 140 meters and blade lengths often exceeding 90 meters. This makes the cost of transporting these massive components a major expense in the industry. According to experts, the average delivery cost for a wind turbine to its installation location is between $30,000 and $100,000. The delivery of this wind turbine blade didn't go as planned. The turn was too sharp for such a long platform, and the trees along the road turned out to be an unexpected obstacle. The driver stopped to find the best route for the maneuver, but this choice led to an unfortunate result. In Tipton, Iowa, a family has decided to relocate their ancestral home, known as the Buchanan Mansion. Built in 1883, this stunning 16-room house has been the home to the current owners since 1937. The company responsible for the job had to transport an old brick house weighing approximately 400 tons over 8 kilometers. A crew of 20 workers handled the operation, transferring the mansion onto a 140-wheel platform, which was part of a robust self-propelled system. The beams, carts, and diesel engines needed careful calibration and ongoing adjustments, and wedges and steel plates were frequently used under the tires for stability. Furthermore, the workers had to take down 16 engineering objects to create enough space. The movement speed was around 3 kilometers an hour. The monumental efforts have paid off. The house was set on a wooden platform, and a new foundation was built beneath it. This marks the beginning of the mansion's second life, now serving as the heart of the family winery.
И пропустите вот этого и вот этого
или непонятно, или просто тут.
Yachts are a type of transportation that often depends on cars, and this sometimes leads to unfortunate incidents. In this case, a small boat fell off a heavy truck, causing a traffic jam on a busy highway. This video features a stunning $3 million yacht that participated in a competition at Lake Ozark in Missouri, and now it's embarking on a road trip. At first, everything goes smoothly as a bulldozer helps pull the truck out of the water, towing the boat up a steep slope. But the turn proved too difficult to handle. Thankfully, no one on the yacht was injured at that moment.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
In Kuwait, a 60-meter-long storage tank for liquefied petroleum gas weighing 447 tons is being transported on a custom platform pulled by a Mercedes-Benz Titan truck that boasts a 600-horsepower engine. The famous Falcon 9 rocket has returned to the hangar after successfully delivering 2,668 kilograms of cargo to the ISS. This mission marked the 5th successful flight for the first stage of this particular booster, designated B-1067. Transporting a space rocket is a complex and costly process. Fortunately, SpaceX's designs are significantly smaller than those of previous generations. With a diameter of 3.7 meters, the Falcon 9 can be moved by truck and can pass under most bridges. A specialized 44-wheeled trailer designed specifically for rocket transportation is used to haul the Falcon 9. Typically, the rocket's stage is wrapped in protective film before transport to prevent damage from rain and other unforeseen circumstances. Transporting a rare Soviet tank in Poland posed quite a challenge due to its weight of approximately 25 tons. Turning from a dirt road onto a highway wasn't easy.
Rozwalił którąś oponę.
A tragic outcome for the driver and the entire transport company. Handling oversized freight comes with risks that can result in substantial damage. While roads are essential for land transportation infrastructure, the specific characteristics of the landscape have often presented obstacles for many regions throughout history. In recent years, though, rapid advancements in construction technology have enabled us to address issues that once seemed impossible. A prime example is China, known for executing projects of extraordinary complexity. Take, for instance, the remarkable Zigzag Mountain Road in Mingzhu Village, close to Chongqing. It's quite difficult to drive on, particularly for truck drivers during its construction. Yet for the locals, it represents a significant breakthrough because there's no alternative route to access the village by car. In 2020, an unusual accident occurred on a 160-meter bridge near the Ukrainian city of Nikopol. A truck driver was crossing the bridge over a local reservoir when one of the sections collapsed under the weight, causing it and the truck's trailer to plunge into the water. Fortunately, the cab of the truck remained on the bridge, so the driver was unharmed. The bridge had a load capacity of 10 tons, and the driver was within this limit, suggesting that wear and tear on the supporting structures was likely to blame. After the incident, the bridge was dismantled, and a new one was built in its place. This is one of those situations where a single gust of wind can throw all logistics into chaos. The Pyrenees and the Alps are regions known for traditional free-range animal husbandry, where livestock are moved from valleys to high mountain pastures during the summer months. The German word Alp itself refers to a seasonal mountain pasture. These pastures can be located at elevations of up to 2,800 meters above sea level, many in such remote areas that even off-road vehicles struggle to reach them. In these regions, aviation has become a crucial support system for farmers and their animals. If a cow falls ill or gets injured, a helicopter is dispatched to transport it directly to a veterinary clinic. The key is to secure the animal properly so it doesn't escape or fall during the flight. These Sikorsky CH-53 helicopters have been tackling the toughest transport challenges for the US Army for over 50 years. These helicopters come in various modifications, with an average cargo capacity of up to 6 tons. Weighing around 10 tons, the helicopter features a rotor diameter of 22 meters. The latest version boasts an impressive top speed of 345 kilometers per hour. In this video, US Marines conduct exercises in Arizona, practicing the aerial lifting of a fully equipped Humvee tactical vehicle. Shipping cars by sea is the most popular method for exporting them from Japan. Unfortunately, this route carries serious risks, particularly for vehicles that are loaded on the deck instead of inside the ship's hold. It's difficult to picture the shock customers felt when they picked up their cars at the Vladivostok port in Russia after this journey. Almost none of the cars could be recognized, as they'd all turned into massive ice blocks. It seems the ship just had bad luck with the weather. Rough seas and icy winds turned the water splashed onto the deck into a thick layer of ice. The workers resorted to all available means to start unloading the frozen cars, using everything from de-icing agents to fire hydrants. This didn't do the vehicles any favors in terms of their looks. As for any significant damage caused by the ice, that was left to chance. If the ice crushed the windows, the interior would be a terrible condition. This case perfectly illustrates that anything can happen during transportation. A video captured a convoy of heavy military equipment in Texas. Moving this type of weaponry poses significant challenges for railroads because of its bulk and weight. Tanks in particular are transported using specialized 6-axle platforms. An incredible experience from Venezuela. It turned out that transporting a bus on 4 motorboats across the sea was the fastest way to reach a village cut off from the mainland by a mountain range.
que se ve esa vaina.
Transport companies in the Czech Republic are working on a demanding project to move non-standard cargo across 145 kilometers. They've had to overcome many hurdles, from a pedestrian bridge above the highway to navigating the tight corners of narrow medieval alleyways. This video is quite symbolic, representing the decline of the industrial era. A classic heavy saddle ballast Forn Goliath tractor, produced in Germany during the 1980s, is seen hauling equipment away from a decommissioned coal power station in Nottinghamshire, England. The power plant was deemed environmentally harmful and unprofitable, while the old tractor still gets the job done, though it requires a skilled driver. This giant weighs 48 tons and has an engine power of 456 horsepower, with the total weight of the truck and its load reaching up to 500 tons. You are witnessing the transportation of the world's most powerful gas turbine, the 9HA, manufactured by General Electric. This model can supply electricity to 400,000 homes in just 30 minutes. Its incredible power and complexity come with impressive dimensions, weighing over 390 tons. Only a well-coordinated convoy can handle its careful transportation. The convoy measures about 100 meters in length and 7 meters in width, moving at a maximum speed of 20 kilometers per hour. There are typically 4 trucks, 3 at the front to tow the platform and 1 or 2 at the back to push it along.